Hello and welcome into your daily card reading. This is for Monday, February 5th. We'll be taking a look at what messages want to come through for you from God, Spirit, the Divine. So before we get started, we'll take a look at the energy for the collective in general, and then we'll go grouping by grouping. So if you look in the description box, you'll see the little timestamps for each of the individual groupings. But before we get started, today is the day that Mercury enters Aquarius. And so that energy is all about kind of having some sudden insights and unconventional ideas. So be open to new things as they're starting to come up today. Or if all of a sudden you just have this feeling kind of coming over you and you have these aha moments where things start to piece together, take note of that. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump in and see what energies are wanting to come through for the collective. Our jumper card is the Wheel of Fortune card. And let's pull, I usually pull 3, so we'll go ahead and still pull 3. So we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, we have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So a lot of Pentacles energy here. So starting here, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is like that destined and fated. Things are moving forward in the, I'll call it the right direction. But there is a little bit of that sense, when you look at the two of these cards. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And this is about being generous and giving, but it also has to do with a little bit of excessiveness, like some irresponsibility there, and maybe having some financial struggles because you are overspending. So usually the 4 of Pentacles in reverse is more about being generous and giving with your time, or with your resources, but it also has that element of overspending. So remember, Pentacles can be either actual money or it can be resources. So resources can be your energy, it can be your time, your attention. And then we also have our 10 of Wands in reverse. And so your 10 of Wands in reverse is going to be that kind of sense of stress and burnout. So, when you're looking at all of these together, it's almost kind of that sense of, you're feeling burned out and stressed out because you're just going, but you're not seeing that traction. You're not seeing that forward movement. But the Wheel of Fortune was jumping out as the overall, I guess, kind of push from the universe that this is like a destined and fated path. So this will have to run its course, and let's see what that looks like for each of the individual sign groupings, and we'll pull some clarifying cards as well, since it seems more like it's out there that, hey, this is the energy that's there, and you have the Wheel of Fortune, but how does the Wheel of Fortune come into play? And maybe that is varying by each of the signs. So let's start today with our fire signs. So that's our Aries, Leo, Sag. Let's see what wants to come through for you with this message. Temperance. All right, so the Temperance card is all about having a kind of a fair and balanced approach to things. And, kind of seeing the harmony, seeing the balance, recognizing that, hey, this method of showing up in the world where it's just give, just leaves you burned out and stressed out and kind of unfulfilled. So let's pull a couple cards for fire signs and see what other messages want to come through for fire signs. What else does the universe want you to know? 7 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. All right, so lots of Pentacles. So this is, like I said, this doesn't necessarily have to be about money. It's about your time, your energy, your attention, your focus, your resources. So with our 7 of Pentacles, this is like a growth type of mentality. So with this, you've realized what this situation is creating, this overspending, this overdoing it. And now you're going to be in more of a growth perspective. And the Hanged Man is all about seeing things kind of from a little bit of a different perspective. And it's that self-imposed reclusive type of energy where you're pondering change and you're realizing there's going to have to be some adjustment because what you were doing is not sustainable long term. So it looks like our fire signs are seeing the problem with that energy and looking at doing something differently. And that's that Wheel of Fortune energy coming in like, hey, you can't keep doing this forever. You can't sprint for a marathon distance. All right. So the card that jumped was Accept and Receive. And then I'll pull another one. Creator, Earth. So this is creating that stability for yourself. So, and then the jumper one was Accept and Receive. And this is something, especially as it goes with this balance and harmony. When you look at the coloring here in Spock's shirt versus that card there, it's really calling on you to allow good things to come in, allow somebody else to carry the burden, to take care of things. You don't have to be the one constantly pouring and pouring and pouring from what's going to be a completely empty bucket. Like, let somebody else come in and lighten that load for you. And that, when we talk about like balance and harmony, that's about putting yourself in situations that are balanced, whether that's work situations, whether that's friendships, whether that's romantic situations. Like, you can't constantly be the one that's doing everything for everyone. All right. And your goddess card is Butterfly Maiden, Transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So this is that transformation from being in the I'm doing everything to, wait a second, let me pull back in and let things play out the way they're supposed to play out. All right. And that was something from over the weekend, especially with our fire signs reading. Over the weekend, the message was all about, there was that energy of trying to keep the tower from falling. And the message for the fire signs was really strong, because then in their specific message, it was about the tower and new change, new beginnings, new starts. And that's all about what it was about. So, there's still this lingering energy of, I'm tired of doing everything, but it was like there was that aha moment over the weekend of, no, I can't do that. I have to let some of this fall if it's supposed to be falling. And then this card, the Sufi Wisdom card, was Speak Out, Communicate, and Solve the Conflicts. So this whole idea of, you can't just sit there in this energy of, well, I'm just going to keep doing everything and hope things get better. Like, you have to speak out. You have to be the catalyst for changing things in your life. All right, because you are the creator in your life. All right, now on to our earth signs. So that's going to be our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what is coming through for you for today. All right, Death. So this is the ending of certain cycles, the ending of certain behaviors, of beliefs, of thought processes. So if this is your energy that's out there, this, overextending yourself, feeling, burned out, feeling stressed out, and then, with the 10 of Wands in reverse, that just kind of like, oh my gosh, I have to do everything. Like, why am I doing this? The Death card means there's an end to that, which is a destined and fated end. So let's see. And since we did for fire, we'll pull a couple for earth as well, in terms of any clarifying messages that need to come through. The Devil and the 6 of Cups in reverse. So the Devil energy, this is what is keeping you from living your highest purpose. This is, what are those, worldly temptations in here? It's showing like drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, it can be spending, which actually, if you've been in a position where you're overspending, shopping addictions, gambling, whatever. And then the 6 of Cups in reverse is all about leaving home. And that energy that, you're getting stuck, you're focused so much on the past, and that's keeping you feeling stuck because you're focused on the past. But that Death energy is kind of that realization that, I don't want to keep living in the past. I don't want to keep repeating these same cycles and these same mistakes. So that's kind of that sudden insight that Mercury in Aquarius is bringing you, and unconventional ideas of, hey, I always thought that I had to do this because that's what was expected of me. And now maybe a new idea is popping into your head. The spark of hustle. So you're going to have to put in some effort. This isn't going to be a situation, whether it's work, whether it's home, whether it's friends. It's not something that's just going to magically change because you are sitting on the couch, binge watching TV and saying, I really wish my life was changing. You're going to have to put in some of this work here to change things. All right. And I don't know how you pronounce this. Ayin, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So this is, again, kind of that whole message of, like, yes, you will be protected. Wheel of Fortune, things are unfolding the way they're supposed to be unfolding, but you have to take that leap of faith. You have to be the one that's going to be leading the charge, leading the change in your own life. All right, and our Sufi wisdom card is celebrate life. Make your life a celebration. This is that whole thing of, you're here to learn lessons, but you're also here to have fun. And if every day just feels like, oh my gosh, really? Like, what is the point in that? Like, there is nothing to be learned. I think gone are the days from, that energy of, hundreds of years ago, if you slave away in the fields because the feudal lords are demanding that everybody in their kingdom provides X for for them. Like, gone are those types of days. Like, you shouldn't be feeling every day like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. When is it ending? When is it ending? So you need to celebrate life and have fun and make those choices, like learn the lessons, move on, and work on whatever growth is coming for you next. All right, so let's take a look at water signs. That's going to be our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and let's see what wants to come through for you. The sun. So this is that positive, happy energy. This is optimism and joy, and things are working out. Your blessings are going to be coming in. So since we did for the other ones, we'll pull a couple for you as well and see what other clarifying messages are coming through. 8 of Wands, that's fast-moving energy. And then Temperance, which is all about harmony and balance. So there is going to be a change coming in quickly from this state of overextending and exhaustion. So relief is coming quickly, and then just kind of balance that and find that harmony. So there's nothing wrong with being generous with your time, generous with your money, with your energy. So don't take this message as, you shouldn't be doing that. But the temperance part here is all about finding that balance and, making sure that you are taking care of you as well, so that you can feel those blessings coming in to share those with others. All right. And then we have move beyond intention to belief. And so this is kind of that idea of, you have to really believe that things are going to change in your life, and that things are happening, whatever it is, things are happening for your highest good, that things are working out the way they're supposed to, that you will get whatever abundance coming in. And so you have to move beyond like, oh, that would be great, I really want that to happen, to no, it is going to happen. And some of that is, what is the messaging that you're telling yourself? So for people who feel like, for example, they're stuck in like, whatever it is, they're stuck in a dead end job. Oh, I can't leave my job. I'm stuck. I don't have any other choices. I don't have anywhere else to go. Like, I'm stuck. If that's what you tell yourself all day long, that is your reality. If you tell yourself, I'm just here temporarily and I just have to figure out how to get out of it, it's a totally different narrative in your mind. So that's that belief that you're going to be getting out of it. Now, your jumper card here is Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Just because somebody wants your time and energy doesn't mean that by default you have to give it. So this is the direct balance, or the direct counter to this energy of overgiving, of overspending, of overcommitting yourself, is putting those boundaries in place. It's not saying I don't care about whatever, the cause is, whatever people are fundraising for, whatever committee people are trying to get you on. It's not about saying those are not worthwhile causes. It's about saying, okay, I will prioritize the couple of things that I want to be involved in, but then I need time for me. All right, and then your Sufi wisdom card is simple pleasures. Look for beauty that is all around you. So this is that whole idea of, and it goes along with like gratitude journaling as well, is looking at what are the little things in life. Like, you're not going to, win the lottery and get a promotion and, get engaged or have a baby like every single day of your life. Like, you have to be able to see what are the wonderful, beautiful things. And maybe it's, I'm grateful for this, delicious muffin that I had for breakfast. I'm grateful for the way the sun is shining through the windows in my house today. I'm grateful that I have a house. I'm grateful for the birds chirping outside, like little things like that. Because once you start journaling that and focusing on that, it's easier during the day to take a minute and look around and say, these are the things that are good. All right. So last but not least, on to our air signs, and that is our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And let's see what messages are coming through for you. Strength. I feel like the strength card has been coming out a lot lately. Let's take a look at a couple of clarifying cards for that, because the strength card is pretty self-explanatory. All right. We've got the Nine of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Chariot in reverse. So the Nine of Cups in reverse is there's some disappointment and feeling unfulfilled. And I'm going to say that's a direct result of overspending, overcommitting, overextending yourself. With our Chariot in reverse energy, this is going to be, there's kind of this like lack of direction, and you have some self-doubt and this continuous like imbalanced energy. And so that's what's coming through. And with the Wheel of Fortune coming in as one of the overriding cards, like the jumper card for the energy, this is destined and fated. But let's take a look from a timing perspective at when does this heavy energy seem to be dissipating. Like the other sign groupings kind of had cards that would indicate that you're overcoming it. Today might be a day for air signs just kind of like, all right, well, just buckle down and work on it. But when is the energy going to be dissipating? Spring. So some of this sense of confusion and like lack of direction and self-doubt, like, what am I doing? Like, why am I spinning my wheels? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? So some of that's going to be dissipating this spring. So spring is right around the corner. Especially because, Groundhog Day, the groundhog said it's going to be an early spring. So it should be dissipating soon. So the strength card being, look at that. Look at those colors here with like this side. The planet is matching up with the colors here. So I think it's that matter of having the strength until the spring. Just make it through. Don't do anything hasty. Don't make any rash decisions right now, and just kind of be strong. Actually, it's funny. I didn't even see. So I saw the blue, and I was thinking, oh, the blue matches nicely in with the blue in here. I didn't even see that the moon over here is pink, which is matching up there as well. So the strength is you're being called on to be strong through the spring, and things will change for you. Welcome the divine masculine. So for anybody that's on a twin flame journey, if you're watching this, likely that you're a divine feminine. If you feel like, and this message is coming through pretty clear for this, for the air sign divine feminines that are watching this, is you're feeling like, okay, you've given all of the effort, you're burned out. So this is probably not money. This is probably time, energy, effort, and that you've been putting all of this effort in. You've been putting all of this energy in, and you're just feeling exhausted. Oops. As I throw this card across this table. Exhausted and burned out. And, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, like you're feeling disappointed, and it's leaving you in the sense of self-doubt. Like, really, I'm putting in all of this work. Nothing's going on. So it gives you that self-doubt of, is this really the right path for me? Which that happens a lot on these journeys. Interestingly, I got this out before I started this. It was upstairs. And this is Amazonite, and this is about balancing your masculine and feminine energy. So from a twin flame perspective, it's, kind of that union of the two. But if you're not on a twin flame journey, the divine masculine energy, that's that more assertive 3D, let's get things done type of energy. So it could be it'll be about balancing your inner masculine and feminine, because we all have both. We all have that feminine, loving, nurturing, supportive energy, and then the masculine, let's get it done, let's do this type of energy. So if you're not on a twin flame journey, it's about finding that inner balance within you to make sure you're not sitting too far one way or the other. But I just thought it was funny because I was drawn and compelled to go upstairs and get this Amazonite heart out of, it was actually in my bathroom. I have to make sure when I'm doing my laundry that I check all the pockets, because I usually I'll have this like in my pocket during the day when I'm walking around. But I always have all sorts of little crystals or or whatever in my pockets. Amazonite can also be a little bit lighter color. So this one's a little bit lighter blue. This one's more of a darker teal, but it's an excellent stone to work with. All right. And here is our goddess card. Abundantia. Haven't heard of that one before. Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So this is kind of that nice message of, you've been putting in all of this hard work, energy, effort. And when you are more balanced and the masculine is starting to come in, you're going to see that abundance of energy, light, love, I guess it could be financial, depending on what it is that you're doing. Maybe you're on a mission or like a life path that involves your masculine from a work perspective as well. All right, let's take a look at our Sufi wisdom cards and see what message wants to come through for our air signs. Life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. And this, the thing with this is, I would say, especially as it flows in, if this is a twin flame message, is looking at your own purpose. And if you're feeling burned out because of the fact that you've been giving so much energy to the situation, to the other person, the key to breaking out of that cycle is focusing on you. What is your purpose? What is your mission? And bringing that energy back into you. So don't give so much of it out to the world, whether it's, pouring all of your energy into your job. When I had retired from my other job, part of it was I was tired of giving all my good energy all day into my job and then having nothing good, like totally drained for my family when I was done with my workday. So make sure that you're filling your own bucket and that you're doing things that are making you happy and feeling fulfilled. So that's really what this life's purpose card is about. But as I said, looks like relief is coming this spring. So stay strong. And I hope today's message has resonated with you. But as always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. So stay tuned to the channel. There will be some more videos posting throughout the week. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell if you want to be alerted when those new videos post. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.